All right, everyone, buckle up because today we are going off-roading.
Yes.
But with a twist.
Yeah.
We are talking all-electric Mercedes G-Class.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the tech they are packing into this thing is pretty mind-blowing.
It's really interesting to see this really legendary off-road vehicle go electric.
Right.
You know, I think most people, when they think of electric vehicles, they don't think rugged off-road.
Yeah.
But Mercedes-Benz is really trying to change that with this new G580 with EQ technology.
Yeah, you see G-Wagon, you think mud mountains.
Absolutely.
Like you said,
Yeah.
not necessarily silent battery-powered cruising.
Yeah.
So was this just a classic G-Wagon frame with a giant battery slapped in it, or
That's a great question.
is there more to it?
It's a lot more than that.
Okay.
I mean, the G-Class has always been known for being like the top of its game when it comes to off-road capability.
Okay.
That ladder type frame,
Yeah.
super strong, great ground clearance.
Yeah.
But they actually claim that this new electric version surpasses the gas one in some aspects.
Okay. Which is really interesting.
Like how?
So, for example, let's say you are out on the trail and you need to cross a river.
Okay.
The electric G580 can ford through 850 millimeters of water.
Okay.
That's 150 millimeters deeper than the gas-powered one.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah,
So it's like you could basically drive through a puddle and come out bone dry.
pretty much.
Okay. I'm impressed. But the video you sent me mentioned some other pretty amazing features.
Yes.
Especially like inside the cockpit.
Yeah, they've redesigned the control unit.
Right.
And they have this thing called an off-road cockpit inside the MBUX system.
Okay, so like when I think off-road cockpit, I'm thinking like something out of Star Wars. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, so it's in the dashboard, and it's got these really cool customizable tiles, and you can see all your like vital off-roading data right there in front of you.
Oh, okay.
So you can see things like your altitude,
Oh, cool.
your tire pressure,
Okay.
your inclination, your steering angle, all that kind of stuff.
So no more like squinting at a compass.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Or trying to remember where I put the tire pressure gauge.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
This is cool.
And there's also an optional transparent bonnet feature.
Wait, transparent bonnet, what is that?
So it uses the 360-degree camera to give you a view beneath the front of the car.
Okay.
So it's almost like you can see through the hood.
So that sounds pretty high-tech.
It is.
What's the advantage of that other than just looking really cool?
Like, let's say you're going over a rocky climb.
Okay.
You can't see what's beneath the hood with the transparent bonnet. You've got that extra situational awareness
Okay.
to make sure that you're making the right maneuvers.
So you're not just like driving, you're almost like part mountain goat.
Yeah,
You can see everything.
exactly.
Okay, that's very cool. But this is all sounding pretty advanced, like even for someone who's been off-roading their whole life.
Yeah,
What about someone like me who, you know,
he's a beginner.
who gets nervous, even like driving up a steep driveway, let alone a mountain?
Mercedes has thought about that, and so they have some features in the electric G-Class that kind of help with that.
Okay.
One of them is the intelligent off-road crawl function.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like cruise control,
Okay.
but for off-roading.
It's like slow and precise over like rocks and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's always active when you're in low range,
Okay.
which, if anybody doesn't know, that's like the super low gear
Okay.
that gives you the maximum torque and control at really low speeds.
Gotcha.
And then you can even choose between 3 different target speed levels.
Okay.
And you control those using the steering wheel shift paddles.
So you can really like dial in the perfect speed for
Absolutely.
whatever you're doing.
Yep.
And then keep your hands free to focus on steering and not freaking out.
Exactly.
This is great. I love driver assistance features.
They're the best.
Yeah, especially if I'm off-roading.
Yeah.
So this is sounding less like a really rugged off-road vehicle and more like a spa on wheels that can handle a little bit of mud. What else have they got? Okay, so from what I'm gathering, this electric G-Class sounds surprisingly user-friendly.
Yeah.
For something that's built like a tank and can crawl over anything.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, we're here for the show-stopping, jaw-dropping stuff too.
Of course.
And the video you sent mentioned something called G-Terrain.
The G-Turin. Yes. It's pretty wild.
Like, what is that?
So imagine you're out like in the backcountry somewhere
Okay.
and you get to a point on the trail where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you've come to a dead end or you need to make a really sharp turn with G-Turin. You don't have to reverse or do any of that.
Okay.
This thing will turn 360 degrees on the spot.
Like the 360.
Yeah.
Like a full-on pirouette
A full-on pirouette.
in a car the size of a small house.
I know. It's pretty amazing.
How is that even possible?
That's the beauty of having these independently powered wheels,
Right.
so they can actually move in opposite directions
Wow.
on each side, and it makes this really cool spinning motion possible.
So is that like just a gimmick?
Oh.
Or is that actually useful?
It's actually really practical for a lot of off-road situations.
Right.
You know, if you need to make a really tight turn or
Right.
get out of a tricky spot.
Okay, I'm having flashbacks to those Will It Blend videos where they're like blending iPhones.
Yeah,
But instead of an iPhone, it's a luxury SUV.
Right.
It's like spinning around in the dirt.
I love it.
So if I'm in the G-Wagon,
Yeah.
is there like a button I press that says like instant off-road ballerina mode or?
So you have to be in low range,
Okay,
and you have to have the Rock Dynamic Select driving mode activated.
okay. So low range, I know that's like this super low gear.
Yes, exactly.
But remind me what dynamic select is.
So that's where you can adjust all the settings for different driving conditions.
Gotcha, okay.
So yeah, you just put it in rock mode,
Okay,
low range, and then I think there's a button on the dash, and you just
Okay.
press it and hold the steering wheel shift paddle in the direction you want to spin.
wow. Okay, so there are some safety precautions there. You're not just gonna accidentally...
Now I'm going to accidentally do a pirouette.
Yeah, off, so the car just started breakdancing.
Exactly.
Okay, G-turn. Check. What else is on this list of amazing features?
Oh, there's something called G-steering.
Okay, is that as cool as it sounds?
It is really cool. So this is all about maneuverability.
Okay,
Like those really tight switchbacks
okay,
that you might encounter on a mountain trail or something.
gotcha.
So it uses the electric G-class's torque vectoring to really reduce your turning radius.
So tighter turns with less effort.
Exactly.
Perfect for when you take a wrong turn on the side of a mountain.
Exactly.
Okay, so break it down for me. How does it work?
So it basically allows the G-class to pivot almost around its inside rear wheel.
Okay,
So the inside wheels turn slower than the outside wheels,
okay.
and the outside wheels are accelerating.
So it's not just turning the wheel, it's like the car's doing a tango move.
Pretty much.
Okay, and what do I have to do to make this one work?
So for G-steering, you need to have the low-range gear reduction on. You need to be in rock mode.
Okay,
The transmission needs to be in D for drive.
okay.
And you have to be traveling below 25 kilometers per hour.
So just like a secret weapon
Yeah,
for when the going gets rough.
exactly.
You know, all this talk of like G-turn and G-steering
Yeah.
is reminding of those old spy movies
yeah?
where they have the cars that have like the oil slicks and the ejector seats.
Exactly.
I feel like this is like the modern day equivalent.
Really is.
Except instead of dodging bad guys,
Right.
you're dodging boulders and fording rivers.
Exactly.
So we started off talking about electric cars not being off-road ready.
Right.
And now I'm picturing this G-Wagon as like a
Yeah.
futuristic, eco-friendly super spy vehicle.
It's kind of funny how that happened.
Yeah.
I think this is where we really see the potential of electric powertrains in off-road vehicles,
Okay.
because it's not just about being green.
Right.
It's about that precise control you have over the wheels,
Gotcha.
that instant torque. Even the lower center of gravity from the battery placement,
Oh,
it
yeah.
really, I think, makes for a more capable and a more exciting off-road experience.
Okay, hold on, back up a second.
Yeah.
More exciting. You're telling me that driving an electric off-road vehicle
Yes.
is more fun than, say, a roaring V8 up a mountain trail.
Think about it. When you step on the accelerator in an electric car, you have that instant torque. There's
Yeah.
no lag. There's no waiting for the engine to rev up.
Right.
So you have that immediate power
Right.
right when you need it most.
Okay.
Like when you need to climb over an obstacle,
Yeah.
or you're powering through some mud,
Okay.
and the silence,
Yeah.
it's kind of eerie at first, but then you start to notice the sounds of nature.
Right.
You can hear the tires crunching on the gravel,
That's true.
you know?
Okay, so you're painting a very serene,
Yeah,
almost meditative
yeah.
picture of off-roading here.
It's a different experience.
It is a different experience.
Yeah.
It does sound kind of awesome.
It is.
But,
And the technology is just going to keep getting better, too.
right. It's only going to get more awesome.
Exactly.
But you know what I think is really cool about this?
Right.
Is that this type of technology with these electric motors
Yes.
could be used for so many other things.
Exactly.
Like beyond just cars.
Absolutely. Like construction equipment.
Okay.
Like imagine a bulldozer with this kind of technology.
Yeah.
Or like search and rescue vehicles that can navigate really tough terrain.
That would be amazing.
All electric.
So cool. Okay. My mind is officially blown.
It's exciting stuff.
We went from like electric off-roading to like the future of everything.
I know. That's a lot to take in.
It is a lot to take in. So I'm going to need a minute to process this.
Of course, yeah.
Thank you so much for like opening my eyes
Yeah.
to all of this
My pleasure.
and for explaining everything so well.
Happy to do it.
And to all of you listening, if you ever find yourself behind the wheel of an electric G-Wagon, send us the video.
Please do.
Like
Especially.
that involves doing pirouettes.
Yes.
Until next time, keep exploring.